South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The Southern California Thoroughbred Racing Circuit is back at Los Alamitos with 6 great days of racing starting on Friday, September 12th. The opening weekend feature is the E.B. Johnston Stakes, with past winners including the Chosen Vron and Kings River Knight. On Saturday, September 20th, we'll have the running of the Dark Mirage and also our on-track handicapping contest with 2 berths to the National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. Daytime racing returns to Los Alamitos. Opening day is Friday, September 12th.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the race books and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty then. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Friday. We come to you live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard in your gaming capital and the Las Vegas community here. And, of course, the YouTube South Point streaming network at YouTube. And that's where you can find us. We hope you do there, because you can see and hear us at YouTube. Anyhow, we're here at YouTube as well as our local radio station here in town, Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM. And then we have our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global. And we've taken care of your devices, known as your cell phones, with the apps that you can get. The KSHP app, of course, you can listen through the radio station. YouTube app, you can see and hear us through that app as well on your devices, your iPhone, your Android, and your Google phone. And for those of you who are waiting in line to get the, number 17 now, the iPhone 17 or whatever it is, it'll work on that too. And of course, any of the podcasting out there, we're all over the place as well. So simply put, however, wherever, whenever. Welcome to the Race Day Show for this Friday. We ramp it up for the weekend action on this Race Day Show. We have made the changeover now from Del Mar to Los Alamitos with the opening of the short 2-week meet at Los Alamitos today. That's the opening. And, of course, we had the opening of Belmont at Aqueduct and Churchill Downs yesterday as they moved from Saratoga to Belmont at Aqueduct and, of course, from Kentucky Downs to Churchill Downs. So now we're all set for those tracks this weekend, and we've got a lot of great racing coming up. As we have said throughout the week, Churchill Downs has 5 stakes races, big 5 stakes races tomorrow. We're going to go over those races tomorrow with Jonathan Hardoon and get some insight on those races. And, of course, Woodbine, north of the border. You got big racing there at Woodbine over the weekend. So at Churchill Downs, their stakes races, the Locust Grove has 6 entered in that. Royal Spa and Alpine Princess are the favorites in that one. The Open Mine saw a field of 6 entered, and Positano Sunset and Impel are the 2 key horses in that race. In the Louisville Thoroughbred Society Stakes, a full field of 11 that has Ben Tornado and Skelly as the favorites in that race. In the Iroquois for 2-year-olds that, of course, hold the first of the Kentucky Derby points for next year's Derby, the Iroquois got 10 in it, 10 2-year-olds. And headed by Comport and Spice Runner. And in the Pocahontas, for the 2-year-old fillies, the first race in the series for the Kentucky Oaks points for next year. The Pocahontas got 7 entered in that one, headed up by Dazzling Dame and Miss Complicated in that field. Now, as far as Woodbine is concerned, big races at Woodbine. You've had, the Woodbine races, of course, have 3 Breeders' Cup win-in-your-in races. And don't forget, we've got 48 days, 9 hours, 52 minutes, and 40 seconds and counting until the Breeders' Cup. So we only got really kind of like 50 days remaining to the Breeders' Cup. In any case, at Woodbine, you've got jockeys John Velasquez, Flavian Pratt, Frankie Dettori, Joel Rosario will be leaving their spots in New York and going into Woodbine, north of the border up there for the big bucks there. In the Summer Stakes, which is one of the 3 Breeders' Cup win-in-your-in races of Woodbine, they drew a field of 12. 2 Out Hero and Wild Desert head up that field there. In the Ontario Matron, which they drew in the race, got 12 of them in that race. Caitlin, Her Greatness, and Wild Pansy are the horses that'll get most of the attention in the Ontario Matron. In the Natalma, which is a Breeders' Cup win-in-your-in race, they got a field of 10 before scratches. Dance to the Music and Deep Learning are the 2 big horses favorites in that one. In the Vigil Stakes, 8 were entered in that one. Cruden Bay and Simcoe are the top horses in that. And in the Woodbine Mile, the $1 million Woodbine Mile, that is a Breeders' Cup win-in-your-in race as well. 9 go in that race. 9 have been entered. One Stripe and Notable Speech. A couple of horses, European horses, are the favorites in that one. But you've got Velasquez, Pratt, Dettori, and Rosario riding in those races up there at Woodbine tomorrow. So those are the big races coming up this weekend. Of course, we have other tracks that are going to have stakes races. Belmont at Aqueduct will have a stakes race. Colonial Downs will have 2. Laurel Park's going to have 3 stakes races tomorrow. And, of course, Monmouth, Los Al, and Gulfstream will all have their feature race of the day as well. Taking a look at the news of the day, Turf Paradise. Turf Paradise said that they have an overwhelming amount of applications for stalls there this year. Now, remember, they got saved there by a group that is going to run Turf Paradise for a few years, and they will be looking for another location to move the racetrack to, actually build a new racetrack from the site it's at now. But in the meantime, they want to keep racing consistent and without interruption in Arizona, which is a good thing. But for some reason, they got 3,100 stall applications for Turf Paradise. Now, that meet opens on the 10th of November. So we'll wait and see there. Got to think that some of the horses that have been down in Southern California, that have been trying to get into some of those races they have in Southern California to absorb the population of runners from Northern California. Got to think some of those horses that may not fit well in Southern California will be moving over to Turf Paradise as well. So we'll wait and see about that. On today's show, we got Jonathan Ardoon, Rich Eng, John Lindo, and Jerry J. And, of course, we got Bob Mazursky, who will be back with us for the Los Alamitos report. Taking a look at what happened yesterday on the opening day at Belmont at Aqueduct. First race for 2-year-old fillies on the turf, won by Lavian Pratt and Chad Brown. Memorized, paid $5.58. Second race, also for maiden claiming 2-year-olds. Linda Rice gets her first win of the day with Kendrick Carmouche paying $6.82 in Big Helenora. The third race, Dylan Davis gets his first win of the day, and Linda Rice gets her second win of the day. So Linda Rice won back-to-back second and third races. That winner paid $8.82. The fourth race was another race for 2-year-olds. So the first 4 races at Belmont at Aqueduct yesterday, 3 of them were for 2-year-olds. This maiden race for 2-year-old fillies on the turf. The winner there was Kara's Dream Chaser. Dylan Davis's second win of the day for Mitchell Friedman, paying $12.80. Then in the fifth race, Ricardo Santana got his first win of the day for Rudy Rodriguez, paying $18.60. In the sixth race, Ricardo Santana came back right back in the sixth race. So Dylan Davis and Santana won back-to-back races. Santana wins the sixth for his second, for Carlos David, paying $8.52. And then the bombs hit. Seventh race, Manny Franco guides Horatio De Paz's trainee Can't Fool Me to a $41.60 upset winner. And then Horatio De Paz comes back with another big winner in the last race. He wins back-to-back races, that trainer, with big balloon prices. The eighth and final race paid $53 even. So nobody had the pick six. 5 out of 6 paid $1,951.30. The late pick 5 for 50 cents paid $35,531.95. So a couple of trainers got a pair of wins, and I think 3 jocks got a pair of wins as well yesterday at Belmont at Aqueduct. Churchill Downs, second race there. Luis Saez gets his first win of the day in Ultimate Strike, Ultimate Strike for Norm Cassie, pays $3.78. And then trainer Norm Cassie comes back in the next race, in the third race, with Jose Ortiz aboard Colonial Rose, paying $3.56. So Norm Cassie, 2 big odds-on favorites, but gets them both to the winner's circle in the second and third races. Fourth race, Irad Ortiz Jr. gets his first win of the day for Brad Cox, paying $6.44. In the fifth race, Luis Saez checks in with his second win of the day for Peter Urton, paying $12.30. And then in the 6th race for 2-year-old maidens, Brian Hernandez wins for Ian Wilkes, paying $93.74 in a big upset. A Fine Chardonnay wins the 6th race, 2-year-old maidens, $93.74. And if you picked up John Lindo's Lindo Report, he had Bonnie Sante as his top selection. That horse was scratched as an also eligible. His second pick, which then becomes his first pick for the active horses in the race, was the winner at $93.74. The 7th race winner paid $12.72, and the 8th and final race gave Iret Ortiz Jr. his second win of the day, and trainer Norm Cassie his third win on the day. Showtime wins the 8th, paying $6.44. The late pick 5, $17,386.59. And the pick 6, remember, the pick 6 is a 10-cent pick 6 there. The pick 6 paid $7,545.34. Way to go for John, though, picking that $93 horse on his sheet. The Linda Report here at the South Point. All righty. As I say, we got Jonathan Ardoon standing by, John Lindo, Rich Eng, Jerry Jackowitz. Handicappers might be doing well on their sheets, but for now, they are goose egg this week. Our handicappers are sending our patrons, you and me and everybody else listening that are playing their picks, to the windows. But it's the ATM windows and not the cashier's windows. They're going to start straightening out that today. They're going to start getting windows for us today. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Don't forget to chat on the chat box at the South Point Streaming Network on our page on the YouTube streaming network. Just get to the page, the Race Day page, and then you can start chatting by just subscribing. It is free. Nothing else. You're just really free. And then you can start chatting away. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The Southern California Thoroughbred Racing Circuit is back at Los Alamitos with 6 great days of racing starting on Friday, September 12th. The opening weekend feature is the E.B. Johnston Stakes, with past winners including the Chosen Vron and Kings River Knight. On Saturday, September 20th, we'll have the running of the Dark Mirage and also our on-track handicapping contest with 2 berths to the National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. Daytime racing returns to Los Alamitos. Opening day is Friday, September 12th.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Weather here in Las Vegas is getting to be real perfect. You know, right after Labor Day, when everybody gets jazzed for the football season, etc., and the weather starts breaking from those 100-and-something degree days, it just gets to be great out here in Las Vegas. If you're planning to come up and enjoy some of the weather and all of the great things we have, we're going to get up to the mid and high 90s for the weekend. Right now, today, we're going to get to 93 degrees. Right now, it's 70 degrees outside. It's just perfect. But we're going to get up to 93, and it looks like everything's going to be fine there as far as any precipitation, that's for sure. Hey, looking ahead to the racing action today, as far as the temperatures, et cetera, around the country, Miami, 85 degrees with a chance of some rain there in Miami, so watch out for Gulfstream. New York, 79 degrees. Looks like a little overcast and sunny there. Chicago, sunny and 83 degrees. 83 in Chicago today. Wow. You got 81 degrees in Southern California, so it's going to be a great day of racing there with a little bit of clouds, the marine layer, of course, early in the morning. And as I say, we're going to get up to 93, but the hottest spot in the nation, go ahead, say it with me, Phoenix, Arizona, right? You got it. 101 degrees topping out at Phoenix, Arizona today. And that's why they don't start Turf Paradise until November. In any case, those are the temperatures as far as precipitation is concerned. Pretty good all around the country, except, as I say, down there in Miami, might get some showers down there. All right, here's the menu of racetracks available today in the Racebook simulcast centers. We remind you that the first post times we broadcast on the show each and every day reflect that of the Pacific time zone. So if you're coming here to the South Point today, we are in the Pacific time zone here in Las Vegas, so these will be the first post times that roll out in our racebook. If you are anywhere else in the world and all the other time zones, the simple thing to do is take the Pacific time zone and adjust it, tweak it out to the Pacific time, to the time zone you're in from the Pacific time zone, and then you'll get it right. You won't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. Okay, here we go. We begin the menu today with Laurel Park. Laurel Park has 9 races. The first post time is at 9:10. After that, Belterra Park. Belterra Park has 8 races today, and Belterra's first post time is at 9:35. Churchill Downs, day 2 at Churchill Downs, and they got the regular daytime post time today at Churchill Downs. First post is 9:45 this morning, 9:45. First post time at Churchill for 10 races with that carryover in their pick 6. I'm sorry, no, they do not have a carryover in their pick 6. Pardon me. They hit the pick 6 yesterday. But Churchill Downs does have a super high 5 carryover of $10,012. $10,012 in the Churchill Downs Super High 5 carryover. 10 races today. Again, first post time is at 9:45 a.m. Pacific time. Gulfstream Park might have a little tricky weather down there at Gulfstream. Their Pick 6 Rainbow Jackpot carryover standing at $99,438. $99,438. 9 races today. Gulfstream first post time is at 9:50. Belmont at Aqueduct, day 2 there. 9 races. First post time is 10:10 at Belmont at Aqueduct. And there's where we have the Pick 6 carryover of $35,123. $35,123 in the Belmont at Aqueduct Pick 6 carryover, and a first post time of 10:10 there for their 9 races. Colonial Downs has 8 races today, and Colonial Downs has a Pick 5, a regular Pick 5 carryover at Colonial Downs. $24,571. 8 races, Colonial Downs. First post time is 1 o'clock this afternoon, as well as Los Alamitos Thoroughbreds. Los Al starts its brief meet today with a first post time of 1 o'clock this afternoon. They have 8 races there. Remember, there's only one Pick 5 at Los Alamitos for the Thoroughbred meet, and that's the first 5 races. You have 2 dollar-based bet Pick 4s that start in the second race, and of course the last 4 races on the card today. That'll be the 5th race as well. First post time, Los Alamitos, is set at 1 o'clock for their 8-race card on this opening day. Following that comes Woodbine, north of the border. Woodbine has 7 races today. They have a couple of carryovers there at Woodbine, and the Super High 5 Jackpot carryover, $74,088. Pick 6 Jackpot carryover, $83,335. First post time Woodbine for just 7 races today is set at 1:30. 1:30 at Woodbine. Charlestown. Charlestown has 8 races today, and their first post time is at 4 p.m., and as well as Prairie Meadows. Prairie Meadows has a first post time at 4 p.m. as well. The first 3 races will be quarter horse races, and then the last 7 will be thoroughbreds. 10 races overall at Prairie Meadows, and a first post time as well as 4 p.m. And Remington Park also has a 4 p.m. first post time. Now, they have 3 stakes races tonight at Remington. The Turf Sprint goes as the 4th. The Bob Barry Memorial will be the 7th. And the Red Earth will be the 9th race. 3 $50,000 stakes races there at Remington Park. They have 10 races at Remington tonight. And the first post time at Remington is also at 4 p.m. All right, that's your racing menu for today. Time to get out to Jonathan Hardoon standing by. Jonathan, how is the weather there in the great state of New York?
Absolutely beautiful, Ralph. Not a cloud in the sky, and it's in the 70s. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, we got a lot of we got a lot of good stakes races over the weekend. We got quite a few at Woodbine, but we'll get into the Woodbine ones tomorrow. But today at Churchill Down, today we'll take a look at the Churchill Downs Stakes races just briefly, and of course the Churchill Downs Stakes races. There are going to be 5 of them tomorrow. The ones for the 2-year-olds is the Iroquois, course, for the 2-year-old colts, and it has a field of 10 in there. As we said yesterday, none of the horses really pop out as far as horses that have gotten a lot of publicity. But you have Comport for Eddie Keneally and Tyler Gaffleone that's been installed as the favorite at 6-5.
And deservedly so, Ralph. This horse has 3 career starts, and it's interesting what Eddie Keneally did. He started him off at 5.5, stretched him out to 6, then 7, and now Saturday he's going to go a mile. 3 races, has never gone backwards. By the way, he holds the whole deck there because he has the rail horse also. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Greg Compton, who has the rail horse. That horse ran very well first time out at Colonial Downs, but Comport is definitely the horse to beat.
Now, when we are taking a look at the 2-year-olds, we're trying to assemble some of the thoughts about the 2-year-olds, and of course, Bob Baffert's horses will be quite a few. But the Horse Race Nation website did a kind of a rating for 2-year-olds right now. Naturally, the top horse, I think, and rightfully so, is Ted Nafi, the big winner, the hopeful. Then you got Ewing, who won the Saratoga Special. It's Our Time. Remember, that's the horse that ran off the screen by 17 lengths at Saratoga. Brant is rated in there. I guess he's the top hype horse out of the Bob Baffert barn. Brant
they listed him as the 4th fast. Is this order of preference, or what is this?
Yes, it's not speed. It's order of rankings as they see it at Horse Racing Nation.
And they put Brant 4th.
Yes.
The horse is 2 for 2, and okay. They
put Brant 4th. Well, that's that's why we have we can debate all this stuff. Desert Gate, they got him.
The other Baffert horse in the race that finished second to Brant last time.
Yeah, and by the way, had a rougher trip than Brant did in that race. Yes. By the way, and by the way, he won the best pal though. But I say that because Comport they got rated 6th. They got Comport, Civil Liberty, Butane, Curtain Call, and Boyd that round out the top 10 there. But Comport is rated in that race as in 5th. So
yeah, well, but Comport's been running at Ellis Park and Churchill. These other horses have run at Saratoga, have run at Del Mar, so they ran at the bigger meets, I guess. So that's why they ranked them higher.
Well, taking a look at the Pocahontas for the 2-year-old fillies at Churchill Downs. It's a field of 7 there, and a Dazzling Dame installed at 2-1, and Miss Complicated installed at 7-2, and they look like they're the ones that you have to beat in that one.
Not so fast. Dazzling Dame, definitely the horse to beat. She had 2 starts. She broke from the rail both times. She finally draws an outside box, which I think is going to move her way up. She's been betting both of her first 2 starts. She went off the favorite. But another horse in that race that ran very well first time out is Embrace the Moment for Greg Compton at Delaware. It's a smaller track. It doesn't get the attention, but they thought enough of the horse to put her in the Pocahontas in career start number 2. So they know how good that race was. But Dazzling Dame is the horse to beat.
And as far as the 2-year-old fillies ranking on Horse Racing Nation website, they got Tommy Joe on top, of course, very impressive in her 2 career starts at Saratoga. Bottle of Rouge, the Del Mar debutante winner, is second. Explora, the debutante favorite, didn't run poorly but finished second in the race. Time to Dream, another one out of 2 nice wins, 2 for 2 in her career at Saratoga. Tamika, the Bob Baffert trainee, who didn't checked in 4th really in the Del Mar debutante. And then the next 5 are Dazzling Dame, Lawali, Percy's Bar, Mythical, and Chopsticks. So Dazzling Dame is among the top there.
Yeah, well, they only got 7 horses. That's a little surprising. You would think that, you would have had a couple of more fillies enter, but they only entered 7. And remember, they're trying to time this to get into the Breeders' Cup, and they want the horse right on that Saturday. So, they're not going to have many more chances to run in any stakes, that's for sure.
Yeah, we got 48 days to go until the Breeders' Cup, and we'll wait and see about that. And then, of course, Churchill Downs will have the Locust Grove, a Grade 2. At a mile and 16th on the dirt, the Open Mind at 6.5 furlongs, and the Louisville Thoroughbred Society Stakes also at 6 furlongs. So we're going to have quite a few great races there at the Churchill. And as I say, we'll take a thumbnail look at the big races at Woodbine tomorrow. But in the meantime, we need to get some winners here, Jonathan, for today for our listeners.
Yesterday was horrible, Ralph. The horses that I gave out ran backwards. To be honest
the entire team here. It's just not you. The entire team has been batting a goose egg. Now we're only into 2 days on the week, so we got to start making money for the weekend. Where are we going? Going to Aqueduct first?
Yeah, we're going to go to Belmont at Aqueduct, look at the 4th race, and I love the number 1 horse in here, Ranger Battalion, a 3-year-old colt, claimed 3 starts back by trainer Linda Rice. This horse is just on the improve. He's getting better with each and every start. Not many people could improve off of Mott, but Linda Rice has this horse going in the right direction. 7-2 on the morning line. You have a pick 6 carryover today, I believe, at Aqueduct. It's $1 a play, and it begins in the 4th race. Let's give everybody a single, Ranger Battalion, to start things off in the 4th race.
All right, Ranger Battalion's going to be the play in the 4th race, the 1 horse in the 4th at Belmont at Aqueduct, and of course that starts out the pick 6 with the carryover. Do we have anything at Churchill?
Yes, we do. The 6th race today. By the way, David Jacobson ran a few horses last night at Churchill. They didn't win, but a couple of them ran very well, finishing in the money. So I think his horses are ready for this meet. And I like the number 4 horse in here, Excel Calculator. 5-year-old gelding, claimed last time out at Del Mar, brings the horse to Churchill, protects him, runs him in an allowance race, 5-1 on the morning line. Tyler Gaffleone aboard to ride. Number 4, Excel Calculator, wins today's 6th race out at Churchill.
All right, 6th race at Churchill, the 4 horse there, Excel Calculator. And what do we got for Los Al?
The opener today, Ralph. It's a mile on the main track, a maiden claiming event. Number 5, Goodbye Dal, ran a huge figure 2 starts back when last seen at Los Al. It's horses for courses here, and this horse just ran a really big number. It's listed at 4-1 on the morning line. I think he's a pick 5 single. Number 5, Goodbye Dal, wins today's opener out at Los Alamitos.
And that is a 1 o'clock post time, Pacific time, in the first race at Los Al that starts out the only pick 5 of the day at Los Alamitos. You like the 5, Goodbye Dal. The 5, Goodbye Dal, is your play in the first race at Los Al. He's got a full sheet, folks, for Los Al, Belmont at Aqueduct, and Churchill Downs, and you can get it right now, right?
JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe. We'll talk tomorrow.
All right. You got it, my man. And now, talking about Los Alamitos, we will get to Los Al with Bob Mazurski, who will be right up next, right after this first break. So don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going, every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
This is speed. This is winning. This is losing. This is smoke and fire. This is high stakes and wild cards. This is family and tradition. This is everything on the line. This is it. This is NASCAR in Las Vegas. The South Point 400, a NASCAR playoff race, October 10th through 12th. Get your tickets now, lvms.com.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Southern California, where Bob Mazurski is standing by for opening day today at Los Alamitos. Bob, good morning.
Morning, Ralph. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine, my man. Looks like a pretty good competitive card today at Los Al.
No, we got great field size today and tomorrow. So it drops off a bit on Sunday. We took entries yesterday for Sunday, but the first 2 days are really good, and we should have some nice payoffs, I think, in the exotics today.
All right, we all know that the configuration of the Los Alamitos track is a little bit different than the regular configuration at most racetracks. So tell us any type of tweaking and basic handicapping that guys out there have to do to allot for the weird configuration or the different configuration at Los Al.
Yeah, I think that everybody thinks because of the long stretch, it's going to be stretch runners that dominate. But I think it's been a pretty fair track over the years. Horses have rallied from everywhere. They've gone on the lead. So I think it's a fair track. I think it's also a big horse for course track, perhaps more than any other in California. The horses that have run well here in the past tend to continue to run well. And you can disregard their recent form at Santa Anita or Del Mar, and sometimes they'll just wake up here because they seem to like this track. I mean, a lot of trainers think a great deal of this track. Bob Baffert always praises it, the bounce it has and everything. So I think that's the main thing. But and also certain jockeys ride the track better than others. Kazushi Kimura had never ridden here before entering the Los Al, the LA County Fair meet, but he took to it right away and ended up being leading rider, and he's back. He's going to be very active at this meet as well.
Now, Bob, they do have shorter thoroughbred and mixed breed races at Los Alamitos during the rest of the season, and one wonders if how the horses that run in those races do when it comes to competing against in the thoroughbred meet during the daytime.
Some of them do well, some of them do not do well. They're just better suited to the shorter track at night. Of course, that track is a lot smaller than the daytime oval, and some horses really thrive at that night, at night, and then others, like the longer distances in the afternoon. But some of those horses that are winning at 4.5 or 1,000 yards, they find that stretch a little long for them. And others that are maybe don't have the speed to keep up at those shorter distances are able to get the job done in the afternoon. So I think that's the main thing.
Well, we have 2 big weekends, 2 big weeks there at Los Al before they move on over to Santa Anita, and you do have a couple of stakes races on the calendar.
That's right. Tomorrow we have the E.B. Johnston, which is a Calbred race for older horses. It's a race that's been run many, many years. Used to be run at the old Fairfax Park, which has been gone for about a dozen years now. And then the following week we have the Dark Mirage Stakes, which is a mile race for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. So those are the 2 stakes we have over the next 2 weeks.
And we always have to watch out for Bob Baffert because, as you say, he likes the racetrack, and he has really run some of his star horses that started out their career at Los Alamitos.
Yeah, a lot of his horses, 2-year-olds, start training here. Their first works are at Los Al, and then they'll move on to Santa Anita or Del Mar. But a lot of them have got started here, and as you said, they've run here. And he might unleash 1 or 2 before the meet ends. He doesn't have any of his new debuting 2-year-olds in this weekend, but perhaps next week he will.
Well, we know he's got a barn full of them 2-year-olds, and he surely unleashed a lot of them in first-time starters and a lot of wins down there at Del Mar. But I think he's got a few left in the barn for Los Al. We'll wait and see about that. Well, opening day today at Los Alamitos. First post time is 1 o'clock this afternoon. We have an 8-race card. And Mr. Mazurski, let's start out with a winner.
Well, I'm going to make it simple. The 4-horse in the 4th race, Discrepancy, trying to come back off a win at Del Mar for legendary trainer Jerry Hollendorfer. She won for 8,000 that day. She's coming back for 16. I like the move. She's run well at Los Al, so I think she can win right back. Number 4, Discrepancy in race 4.
And Kazuchi Kimura, as you say, a guy who knows how to get around that racetrack at Los Al, is the rider there as well. In the 4th race, number 4, Discrepancy, which is a nice 9-2 on the morning line there. So we'll wait and see if we can hold that. It looks like a good competitive race morning line-wise. So in the 4th race, the 4 Discrepancy is your play. And if the folks out there want to read more about your selections in the other races, they can do it in plenty of places, can't they?
Yeah, I'm at today'sracingdigest.com every day with selections for the Southern California races, and then I do a graded handicap for the Southern California News Group papers, which includes the LA Daily News, San Gabriel Valley Tribune, LA Daily News, among many others.
You'll be a busy man there, Bob. And by the way,
yes, I will.
I know that smile on your face was right there last night during the Packer game, too. You're a Packy fan, aren't you?
Yeah, for about 60 years, I've been a Packer fan, and they're off to a heck of a start this year. They look really, really good. You just keep your fingers crossed they can stay healthy and keep it going. So, long way to go, but that's a good way to begin. You can't lose your home game, so you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat at home.
I got to tell you, they really look solid in all positions, including that defense with that nice move that they got not too long ago. That's for sure. Made a difference last night. I know that.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot, Bob. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Ralph. Take care.
All right. You got it. Now we're going to go to Rich Eng standing by. Richie, who, of course, good morning, Rich.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Well, you tabbed it right with the Packers last night, that's for sure. And they looked pretty good, my man.
Packers were the better team, and they had a great scheme. Kirk Herbstreit in the second quarter did a nice breakdown of what the Packers were doing defensively to slow down Jaden Daniels. He showed that they were playing a zone defense in the back, and they were able to rush the quarterback with 4 because of Micah Parsons.
Yep.
And this prevented Jaden Daniels from basically running out of the pocket and picking up those big chunks that he had done quite a lot last year.
Mm-hmm.
And because all the zone defenders had their eyes on the quarterback as well as the receiver. So not every team can get enough pressure with 4 up front, but the Packers can now with Parsons.
I can tell you also that they were not giving him any of those long rainbow-type passes for eat-up big yardage. He got 1, and that was it. But all he could do was get to his release people down the short passes, and they weren't getting enough for 10 yards at a time, that's for sure.
Yeah, just a lot of check down passes and the pressure made them get rid of the football. It was just check down, check down, check down.
Not even a question about that. Well, we've got college football coming tomorrow, as well as the NFL continues on Sunday. So we'll get sharpen your handicapping for those over the weekend. But for right now, you have your selections, Rich Eng selections for Southern California. It kicks in again today for Los Alamitos. You have a sheet for today at Los Al. Where are we going today?
Let's go to race number 6, Ralph. It's abbreviated sprint, 5.5 furlongs, claiming 10 non-winners of 3 lifetime. A horse who almost pulled off a nice upset at Del Mar was the number 4. She's Splendid, 4-1 with Ricky Gonzalez up. This horse has a long resume on the grass, but Doug O'Neill put the horse on turf or on dirt last time and almost stole a verdict, got beat 3/4. I think this horse will be closing again with Ricky Gonzalez. 4, She's Splendid, race 6.
All right, and what a heartbreaking loss we got yesterday. I thought we were home free with your selection, and then we got nabbed by a $40 horse right at the finish line. Let's turn the tables around today. That's for sure. In the 6th race today at Los Al, you like the 4. She's Splendid. The 4 in the 6th race. Rich Eng's play. Don't forget, he's got a full sheet for all of the races today at Los Al at the RacedayLasVegas.com websites. Thanks a lot, Rich. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks. Good luck, everybody.
All right, you got it, my man. Okay, we're into our final break of the show, and you know what happens next. Our closing act is John Lindo and Jerry Jackowitz, so don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
Are Are you ready to lock in your bets and cash in on the games this weekend? Join Jeff Parles and Alex White.
One of my favorite plays here is getting 2 touchdowns with Florida State.
Even though the total's been batted down a little bit, I still think it's okay to go under.
Chris Andrews and Vinny Magliulo.
I don't think this is a great Kansas City team. I think the Chargers win this game.
All right.
If you see a hook here, it's not going to last long.
The wise guys are certainly not going to play the favorites.
Every NFL matchup, every college game that matters, the spreads, the stats, and the smart money plays.
Are we sure either of these quarterbacks are good?
Hell no, we're not sure.
Bet your winning edge with Football Frenzy, streaming live on YouTube every Friday at noon Pacific.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
Alrighty, back on Race Day Las Vegas, and all I can tell you, folks, is you know that we as players always talk about our bad beats. And the first bad beat that you have over the weekend for football is if you don't watch Football Frenzy. Football Frenzy right here where you're seeing the show right now, right here at noon today, Pacific time, to set up all of your action for football over the weekend. A great crew of professionals doing the great job there. Football Frenzy Friday, and today's the day at noon. All right, now let's go out to John Lindo standing by in Southern California. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
Well, you know, I mean, you pick horses that, you know, that are like bet down. I mean, you got a $93 winner yesterday.
Well, you know, people are so dependent on stats now. Ian Wilkes does not have a good record for first-time starters, but that filly, you know, a fine Chardonnay, it trained well. The times were slow, but it was how she was doing it, watching the videos. And I thought, you know, well, 15 to 1's a fair price. And I looked at the board, and at 45, I said, holy cow. So once in a while they get away from you, but in a stat-driven world these days, if you can find something off the beaten path, that's when you can find an overlay.
Now, I want to preference this and make it clear that your first pick in the race was scratched. This was the second pick, elevated to the first pick, obviously. But let me ask you this. You valued this at 15 to 1. Now the horse is sitting at 45 to 1. Do you ever have a thought in your mind as the player saying, this horse is dead on the board, maybe I was wrong in my assessment?
No, I've done the work. I'm just looking for value, you know, so... and the horse didn't drift out till 45 to 1 till right at the gate. I think she was hanging at 25 or 30, which was still value. So, you know, I bet on her. And, you know, if I had the time, knowing that price, I would have bet her again.
Yes, and, you know, I want to remind everybody that remember, we always tell you that the handicappers come on the show. They try to give us their best play with value of the day. But since when he came on the show, folks, his top pick was still in the race, so obviously he wasn't going to do that. But it behooves you, all of you out there, that if you like any one of our handicappers, that you got to, you know, get their product, because it's a small sampling of what they do on the show here for us. And all I can say is they've been performing well for years and years, and they play what they say. And not only that, but they do the work as well, as John was just talking about. Now, the Lindo Report for today at Los Alamitos is available right now, free of charge, here at the South Point. But, John, I understand that you also got the last 5 races at Churchill Downs today as well?
Right. Well, we'll do that late pick 5 today, and Sunday we'll do the 6 races, the $20 Derby City 6 on Saturday, just because it includes so many of the stakes races that people will be watching. And Ralph, one important thing to note at Churchill Downs, in those 6 furlong dirt races, they've changed the run-up. It was always a real long run to the timer, 200 feet. And starting yesterday, they've shortened that run-up to 50 feet. So instead of all those 21 and 2s, the first quarter yesterday in those 3-6 furlongs were 23.49, 22.34, and 22.98. So obviously, they're not getting that long run to the timer.
And so, folks, when you see that, don't think right away that, wow, this was a slow first quarter for horses sprinting. It's because the starting gate is placed, about halfway closer to the first trip of the timer than it has been in the past then, huh?
Yeah, it's 150 feet closer to the timer, so that they were getting almost an eighth of a mile run at that timer. Now it's a lot closer, and the 6 furlongs is a lot shorter race.
Yeah, and it's closer to 6 furlongs actually than anything else. But that's duly noted for people out there that either do numbers or certainly take a look at times. Especially early times when they're thinking, well, I like a speed horse. What can he do? Keep that in mind when you got to make some adjustments on that. That's for sure. But John Lindo's Lindo Report today covers the last 5 races at Churchill Downs and a suggested late pick 5. And, of course, the entire card today at Los Alamitos. Both Lindo reports are available. The complete Lindo reports with all the goodie information and the suggested late pick 4 as well at Los Al. All that information on 2 complete Lindo reports available here and only here in the gaming capital of the world. Yeah, in the gaming capital of the world. There's only one place you can get it. It's here at the South Point, free of charge, complimentary, because they love horse players. All right, John, what are we doing today?
Well, let's go to Churchill Downs first, Ralph. 7th race at Churchill Downs. Number 7, I think the horse is pronounced Ganas. I'm not sure how with the spelling, but anyways, a very easy win in a low-rated race at Indiana. Who's Your Indy? Better visually than it looks on paper. I think this horse has got some upside. Papa Ken is going to be a heavy favorite here. I think this horse might be vulnerable with a lot of speed in there. So 6-1 on the morning line. Ganeas from just off the pace, race number 7 today at Churchill Downs.
All right, you got the 7 horse in the 7th race. Easy to remember, 7 in the 7th race. Edgar Morales riding for you, and that is in the 7th race today at Churchill Downs. The 7, what about Los Al?
I'm on the same horse as Bob Mazursky. Race number 4 at Los Al, number 4 Discrepancy. Based at Los Alamitos, back on her home track. She's 2 out of 3 at Los Al. The one defeat, she had a miserable trip. I like the triple jump in class off a win. Jerry Hollendorfer is based there. So 9-2 on the morning line. Again, this is a home course advantage for number 4 Discrepancy. Race 4 at Los Alamitos.
And as you say, and as Bob says, and all our handicappers say, Los Alamitos is one of those tracks where horses for courses, and this fits that bill. In the 4th race, you like the 4 Discrepancy as well. So we got a good housekeeping handicapper's seal of approval here in the 4th race on number 4 with both Bob and John landing on the same horse. 4th race, number 4. Get John Lindo's report, of course, for the rest here at the South Point free of charge. Thanks a lot, John. Go spend that $93, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Ralph. Good luck today.
All right, you got it, my man. Let's go to Jerry Jackowitz standing by in his domicile here, his office here in Las Vegas. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph.
Well, my understanding is you're not doing a power page now for Los Al. You're just doing a regular You're not doing the Power Page Plus.
Power Page for Los Al. I'm not doing the Power Page Plus for
Okay.
Los Al. Just
no plus.
try and make it a little easier for me the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that with Los Al, the Power Page though is still there today for Los Al. You'll still get the P's and the stars and the V's and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
But you do continue with both the products, the Power Page and the Power Page Plus
Right.
for Belmont at Aqueduct.
Right.
Okay. What are we doing today?
Thank you for mentioning that, by the way. All right, let's go to Aqueduct to the 4th race to get started.
Okay.
And we have Ranger Battalion, the 1 horse. Let me just click over here.
Mm-hmm.
From Linda Rice. It just looks a little faster than these. And Linda Rice is a really good trainer. And 7-2 seems very rich. The horse is in good shape. It's just sort of all is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. The 7-2 price seems very high. I'll go down to 3-2 here. So I like the 1 over the 2, 3, 6. Again, reverse is really just to break even here.
Okay.
I want to spend most of my money on the win side.
All right, so the 4th race, you like the 1 Ranger Battalion, 7-2 on the morning line, but you say you'll take them down to 6-5?
3-2, I see.
3-2, okay, down to 3-2.
6-5 and me never get along.
Okay, so you're going to take them down to 3-2 before you decide to do the Pasadena. In the 4th race, the 1 horse is your play. The link-ups are 2, 3, and 6 and reverse, 2, 3, and 6 and reverse. And again, we have a good housekeeping seal, a handicapper approval here because Jonathan Ardoon came earlier with that horse as well in that race. So both handicappers land on number 1, Ranger Battalion in the 4th race. Jerry's link-ups are 2, 3, and 6. Small reverse just to break even. All right, let's go to Los Alamitos.
And I repeat, I've said this on the show 100 times, 1,000 times. How often did John and I come up with the same horses? Pretty often.
Okay.
All things considered. Let's go to the 6th at Los Alamitos.
Mm-hmm.
The 1, Vegas Love, sort of pops off the page at me.
All right.
We don't know if this horse is going to love or like Los Al, but he certainly has the chance to. So I'll take the 1 over the 3-5-6, reverse 3-5-6 over the 1. We're getting 9-2 here. Maybe I'll go down to 3-1.
All right.
But the 1.
6th race, so
Yes.
you like the 1 over 3-5-6 in reverse. Rich Ain came with the 4, so I got a Siraco play here of an exacta box, 1-4-4-1, but yours is 1 over 3-5-6 in reverse. Power Page is available at Jerry J's Power Page, JerryJ'sPowerPage.com. Jerry, we're running out of time. Go ahead and say it.
Have a great race day, everybody.